Oh, well, I forgot to switch to my starting soon screen, so now we're live. I'm just messing about here just a little bit before the stream, getting everything ready. But yes, it is Age of Discovery time. It is time for the Twitch to actually start showing me live. Be nice. Yes, there we go. Okay, good. Bum 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 bum. Giving me difficulties. Alright, yeah, so we're going to be doing Star Trek Discovery. I do have my team all set up and ready to go. I did try to make a different costume outfit, but because you're limited to choices a little bit in this section, I tried to do like a white one, but it ended up looking really dirty. It's just the texture of these uniforms. They look really dirty, which is disappointing because obviously the doctors and such in Discovery usually have these really nice white uniforms that you can't really get yet. They said they're gonna try to do that, but who knows how long that. Okay, good. Alright, so there we go. We are set up. We are ready to go. All the ducks are in the rows. Okay, so the next part is to save Starbase 101. This is obviously the this is set before they go back and try to save Starbase 1.
Starbase 1 has been attacked by the Klingons. Though they have repelled the first wave of attack, it is highly likely that more Klingon forces will resume the assault soon. We need you to assist Starbase 1 and defend it from Klingon attack immediately. I have a mission for you.
You're very bugged is what you are. You have a mission for me all the time, even when I take the mission. Okay, but here we go. We are up. We are ready. Let's go ahead and beam to our new shiny ship. Go Discovery. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we need to go to Starbase 1. We can find it without... It's like we're in the area, but the freaking Return to Starfleet Academy UI, because the map is so shrunk down, this pretty much takes up your UI for the entire time you're in anywhere near Earth. You kind of have to move to the side. I don't like to move that out of the way most of the time because it's usually more convenient, but you know. Starbase 1. Where can we find Starbase 1? Not actually at Earth. Come on. I'm sitting on it. And we'll try to do the auto pathing and see if that works. There it is. The scale is kind of weird here with the because you're in this reduced area.
Glad you could make it. There's a little time and plenty to do. I trust you see the enemy vessels near your position.
I trust you see the enemy vessels right there in front of you. I do like that they have the discovery when you pop out of warp.
Deal with them. I need you conducting rescue operations as soon as possible, and the Klingons won't let you do that without a fight.
This ship is so powerful for low level. It's like those cannons just go.
All right, that area's secure for now. Let's make the most of the time we have. I need you to beam out any survivors on board the damaged Starfleet ships in your vicinity. Make it fast. The Klingons will send more ships, and soon.
These are the emitter leaked phaser beam arrays. They are so cool. They don't level. That's the only problem. I would love to keep these, but they don't. Maybe we'll get some as drops. We get as the phaser beamer. Yeah, exactly. Talk about OP. It's one, you basically have all the weapons of a tier 4 ship. You're just scaled down to tier 1 until you get that high. But yeah, it's just you have the polarity inverter, and you've got all these console spaces. I don't even have that many consoles yet. But yeah, these emitter cannons are they're amazing.
All right, that area's secure for now. Let's make the most of the time we have. One more thing. The Klingons aren't above ambush tactics, using their blasted cloaking device to get the jump on you. Some of them might be lurking around, waiting for the chance to strike.
Evacuate Churchill's crew. Okay, so we're gonna just rescue some people.
The Churchill has been evacuated. Thanks.
Onto our little tiny ship. I mean, we're fairly large, but the Shenzhou didn't look like it had a whole lot of extra room for housing entire crews, but you never know. Those get to Vancouver.
Vancouver here. We're all clear. Many thanks.
Knew I should have waited to go into. Should have waited to go into full impulse. Okay. Let's see, we still got to get the Cardiff and the Macedonia. Let's go to the Cardiff first. It's closest to, or it's furthest away from the starbase. And we'll start.
Cardiff evac complete. All hands are safely away.
That was a nice little drifting move it did.
Macedonia reporting. Evac is complete. We owe you one.
Nice work. Glad those Klingon cowards didn't get the better of you. I hate to ask this, but I have standing orders from Starfleet Command. I need you to scuttle those ships. The Klingons have been scavenging everything they can to get their hands from wrecked Starfleet vessels. In the event we fail in our mission here, Command doesn't want the Klingons getting away with any critical resources. You have your orders.
In the event that we fail in our mission here, in the event that we fail in our mission of defending the Earth, I don't think a couple of missing ships are gonna be our problem. Come on. That was such a pretty ship, too.
Hard thing to watch, but it had to be done. We need some critical supplies here. My chief engineer's sending you a list as we speak. Beam those supplies over with the personnel you rescued. After that, I need you on high alert, patrolling the area. The Klingons don't give up that easily. They'll be back.
I think I saw something. Yeah.
Surely you didn't think we'd let you seize all the glory here.
Captain Tron.
And you. My chief engineer isn't too happy right now, but we made it in one piece.
We came as soon as we could. Wish it were under better circumstances. Ticonderoga's ready for battle. We've got your back.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's horrible.
You're doing good work out there. The personnel and supplies you've sent might make the difference here today. That said, I have bad news. Our long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon force heading our way at high warp. They'll be for a fight.
Remember the lessons we learned in battle, especially at Corvan 2. They'll be preoccupied with conquering the base. We can use that distraction to our advantage.
We know how they fight. Don't expect mercy. It won't be coming from Klingons. Hit them fast and hit them hard. And captains, it's been an honor. Good fortune to you all.
That's the
Klingon
Roosevelt
attack ships on
and the
sensors.
Andor.
Fire at will.
And the Lafayette and the Decatur. Ah, reinforcements.
Taking heavy damage here, Captains.
I wish I had a photon dispersal pattern, whatever you call it, but I don't have that skill yet. Just have to settle for my insanely powerful phasers.
They're targeting the civilian habitat areas. Stop them!
Well, now we know why the Shenzhou kicked so much butt in the Battle of the Binary Stars. Jeez.
Captains.
Even though it
we're
got
reading
damaged
more
pretty
Klingon
hard.
ships on our sensors. A lot more. This is it. They're making their big push. Our initial predictions are not good. I've given the order to evacuate critical personnel and the injured. We're loading as many as we can load onto the ships docked here. They're too damaged to fight, but they're all warp capable. I need you to draw attention from those ships when they disembark. Buy them the time they need to get to warp and to safe harbor.
So we get to protect these ships. That should be interesting. If I don't get stuck.
The Decatur is underway. Keep the Klingons distracted.
You're gonna be a problem. Okay, I gotta go save the Decatur. These cruisers put up a lot more fight.
Attention all hands. The Andor has launched. Good luck. All ships, the Lafayette is underway. Keep those Klingons busy.
Hey, who else we got?
Belt is on her way. Hold on just a little longer, people.
Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and hit up the Roosevelt here. No, I need you to shoot that guy.
Just a few stragglers left. Deal with them.
Okay. Doing good so far. I wish they'd had these phase cannons on the NX ships. Those would be cool too.
Heads up. Looks like the Klingon flagship just dropped out of warp. Sounds like you have some history with that ship. What can you tell us about... Wait. Are you reading this? We're picking up some unusual energy spikes. Some new Klingon weapon, perhaps? I don't like this. Take the Lucara out of commission before it gets into weapons range.
I see you still draw breath, Starfleet. This pleases me. I'm going to enjoy breaking you.
Yeah, that ain't gonna
We need
happen.
to stop the Lucara, now!
I'm on my way there.
Enemy fleet on sensors. It's House de Gore. We're under attack.
And a fool, just like my brother.
Gotta get your one side open. Oh, I am in bad shape.
It's you, guy, Peachy Page.
Shields are down. All hands, repel boarders. I repeat, all hands.
It's your Bauta. Der Kech, noch gewatscht. What?
Yep. That's what I thought.
Take a moment. You've had quite a day. My name is Daniels. I'm here to help. Ja'ula's weapon used unstable mycelial tech, stolen from the Glen. When she fired it, it caused a massive temporal disruption. Everyone in the blast radius was thrown forward in time.
Look at
to
those
the early
eyes.
25th century. You, your crew, and a number of House Mokai ships, including the Lucara. They're currently at large. Unchecked, they're a danger to the timeline. I'd like your help in dealing with them. Officially, you were listed as killed in action. I'll help you fully integrate into this time period. That mycelial tech is dangerous. We need to stop Ja'ula, and soon. I'll be in touch.
To basically bring you in just like an Age of Discovery agent. Or not Age of Discovery agency yesterday. Yeah, here we are in the 25th century. Looking very out of place.
Welcome, nerds. Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
That's pretty funny.
That was good advice. Report to the tailor and speak with them about updating your uniform. You're over 150 years out of date in that regard.
Oh, that's funny. Update your uniform to a 25th century uniform. So now I can probably use my Mirrorverse stuff, I think.
Okay, you found the tailor. Take care of any uniform modifications you need here. You're almost ready to meet Admiral Quinn, but there's someone I'd like you to speak with before that. Philip Cray is a fellow temporal agent. He'll be working with you from time to time. Speak with him before your appointment with the Admiral.
Okay. So, what do we got access to now? Lots and lots and lots of uniforms. The Odyssey is the standard. I do have my Mirrorverse stuff that I can use. G stuff. Century. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll do the fancy Odyssey uniform. I'm not using shoes. The shoes in Star Trek Online always look horrible. Got boots. The not thigh highs. I use the 23rd century boots. Those are nice. This is good. See, we need an insignia. Let's see. Now we'll use Chief. I like Chief. Silver. Green. There we go. We'll go for a green undershirt and there. We need a comm badge. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I always like this one. The all good things. Let's see, can I still use the Discovery ones? Lots of 23rd century. Oh, you lose the Discovery ones. That's kind of a bummer. I'll use the Odyssey comm badge. These are important things. Uniform. Hey, they told me I had to be careful about my uniform, so there you go. Okay, let's change. Oops. Change to that one. And let's go talk to Philip Cray. Basically, at this point, you're on the same path as a regular temporal agent. Probably put the big rifle away and just stick with the regular phaser.
Ah, there you are. Daniels told me you'd be stopping by. Welcome to the 25th century. We've established your new cover identity, and the Admiral is expecting you in the office behind me. Report to him for your orders. Good luck out there. Let's hope we stop Joula before she causes irreparable damage to the timeline. Greetings. How can I assist you today? Or in the future?
What rewards have been unlocked by my other characters? I'm not high enough level. Okay.
Ah,
Talk to Quinn.
Come in. I've been expecting you. I've been reviewing your service record. It's exemplary. You've accomplished a great deal in your career. Starfleet can use more officers of your caliber, to be certain. I hope you're ready to get back out there. A situation has come to my attention, and I'd like you to look into it.
You have just earned your first skill points. Click here to learn more.
Don't think it's actually my first skill point, but okay.
Starbase 1 has been attacked by the Klingons. Though they have repelled the first wave of attack, it is highly likely that more Klingon forces will resume the assault soon. We need you to assist Starbase 1 and defend it from Klingon attack immediately.
Okay, now we need
I have
to
a mission for you.
run the task force operation, which is the third mission in the Age of Discovery, because there's the regular defense and then there is the task force. Alright, so let's
We
put
need
this in.
you at Starbase 1 as soon as possible. I don't have anything for you right now.
Okay. Gives me a hail, but it's already there. Okay, so now we need to do the task force operation version. Is this one. Sign up for it. And wait. There's no join queue, you just check the box. Alright, so our objective here now is to walk around in our 25th century uniform with our 23rd century phaser and ship. And let's go ahead and try to fight some more Klingons. Now I wonder if these Klingons... Well, I mean, obviously this is supposed to be...
Listen up. The
Which
war has
Klingon?
not been going well for the Federation, and the Klingons are advancing to our position. We need to hold off their ships until reinforcements can arrive. We expect the Klingons to attack in waves. Their smaller, faster ships are hungry for battle and won't wait for the rest of their fleet to arrive in one group. As the fight progresses, their heavier ships will show up. Hold them off until more Starfleet ships can get here.
Interesting.
Here they come. We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
We're just gonna keep firing on these ones that are on the outliers since everybody else is kind of closer. Get his shields down. Go for this one. Come on. If you can keep that fire arc on him, man, it just tears them apart. But of course, you have to use your torpedoes occasionally. Kind of stick to the outsides. All right, there we go.
There's a break in incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time before more arrive. Reading some heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers. The evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
It's basically the same fight, just with a little bit more strategy involved. You actually do have to try to protect the ships. I'm gonna stick with these outliers still just because everybody else is already over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay over here while they defend those so I can keep the reinforcements from getting there.
Give them cover.
Oh good, and I ended up being right in the right spot.
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we could use it afterwards.
I got you.
Andor here. We've taken heavy fire. Request assistance.
I'm trying. Oh, you can transfer power. Awesome. Okay, I think we got that one out of here. Let's head for the next spot. There are a lot of ships over there.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
I'm just gonna go flying right past all these bad guys so I can protect the Lafayette.
Warning, ship is under attack.
The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault. Here come the Klingon battleships. Keep fighting!
Wow, that is a big ship. That's the big knife thing. Alright, the Lafayette is almost free. We're gonna head towards the last ship while they fight that off. I'll keep adding my firepower to it.
Give them cover!
Another one of those big ships. Gotta get to that last ship. I think it's gonna be in trouble. There's two ships over there, so I think they're okay. Let's go ahead and keep on this one. Get evasive. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you. Unless you try to ram me, and then I'll be afraid of you. Ooh. That was dangerous. I think the last ship is getting away. Awesome, we did it!
That'll hold them off, for now. I don't know how much longer we can keep up with this kind of war. Today was a good one. At least there will be a tomorrow.
Difficult choice which one to pick. Yeah, we'll do fleet for now.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Alright, there we go. Go ahead and leave the map now. See where that puts us. At level 9. Well, we'll go ahead and report directly to Admiral Quinn since we're standing right here. You get to choose a new officer. We get Klingons? That seems unlikely. But I do need an engineering officer, so okay. Yep, you can join my crew.
That was a close battle. Your participation may well have saved the Federation, and that's no hyperbole. Excellent work. I hope to hear your report soon.
Alright, now we can talk to Admiral Quinn.
I've received a report there is a Bolian freighter that is overdue arriving at Earth space dock. It may need assistance.
Okay. And now we basically started the Klingon War episodes. It's interesting because of course they have changed the way that story progresses over time. The Gamma stuff is out here. New Frontiers. Delta Quadrant. We'll see how that ends up working out. And now we're in the middle of the Klingon War, so you're basically similar to the Age of Discovery setup at this point. Not the Age of Discovery, Agents of Yesterday setup. Obviously, they plan to have more Discovery-themed stuff as time goes on. This is just something that they're releasing it as it's ready, sort of thing. It kind of goes side by side with the TV show, so it'll be interesting to see what happens from here. Yeah, that pretty much is it. All there is for the actual Age of Discovery stuff at this point. Again, we do have all the standard setup. Got our old ship. We've got the Wyoming, which is our shuttle. What did we get as far as like any loot? We got our fleet marks, or oh, that already opened, and we got some R&D stuff. Deflector doesn't look like it's much better. Personal shield. That's good to have. The personal shield is better. Now the other thing that I really am thinking about, but it's not important right now because obviously my character is way under level. It's not the Sutherland. is it? Like a lot of my stuff is missing. Or a lot of the... Oh, they moved all over here. There's no... Interesting. Yeah, the, There's a Temporal Agent starter pack that's really good to have. This is the Age of Discovery starter pack, obviously. I don't need that starter pack. I actually think I have the, I'm not sure the TOS crew comes with these anymore. I get to use them. Yeah, I can use the original. I could use the original TOS crew if I wanted to, because it is available. We have Lita. What was that? I wanted to look at the Europa. Europa is tier 6, right? Yeah, here it is. This is a cool one. This is... Obviously, it's made to look very 25th century. But it also has a 23rd century look that is pretty cool. It's pretty dead on with the Europa that's in Discovery. And the Europa that's in Discovery is kind of like a weird cross between, like, it kind of looks like they've taken a little bit of Miranda in there. It looks like they took a little bit of the NX-1. So it's a couple different things that makes it kind of cool looking. I'm a fan of the NX-01 look. I have a captain that's entirely NX-01. Now has an NX-01 refit. That's cool. I really like that one. That sounds a lot like a sound in BattleTech. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got 2 more space points to spend. I'm gonna keep on with the tactical focus. And no events. Alright, now we actually have a another engineer that can actually handle those stations, so that's nice. They aren't high enough rank to actually use those stations though, so that's a concern. Obviously, because we're still in the lieutenant phase, we don't get access to anyone who's higher ranked than us. So we can't use the commander seats, we can't use the lieutenant commander seats, we can only use ensign, lieutenant. Alright, so from there isn't a whole lot more to do. So except go do the Azura, which is, you know, standard first mission you do after the tutorial on pretty much everything. That's where you learn a little bit about your kits and everything. So we'll go do that real quick. Leveling up your Discovery tune? Yep. It's pretty much after the initial part, you're pretty much thrown back in. But again, it'll probably be a lot like Agents of Yesterday, where every time they release a new mission, you'll just be interrupted by Daniel saying, "Hey, guess what's going on?" Let's go to the Azura. Enter Wolf 359. The old Borg War stuff. The new season of Discovery. The changes they made are making me hopeful a little bit, but I mean it's still worrisome. At least they're trying to fix Klingons. That's nice.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. Warp core containment field down. Radiation flooding ship. Communications and life support failing. Cannot eject warp core. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please.
Yeah, they kind of threw Age of Discovery together. I mean, they're still working on it, so there is that. But yeah, they definitely are doing it as a sort of as they finish each mission, they're going to have it available. But it is largely a reskin with just some new voice acting and some new plot
This is
around
Dana
it.
Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. We're being pursued by Orion raiders. Crew injured. Taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp near York.
I wish you could have these Orion ships. I have an Orion character that I would really like to have Orion ships. You don't get, there's no Orion ships that look any good. Yeah, the monthly story update that it did for Victorious Life, but the reskin stuff just disappoints me. Yeah, it's a little eh. Hopefully they actually put those in there. Troll. Victorious Life was amazing, which is probably why they had to kind of rush this out, because they spent so much time on Victorious Life. Yeah, but I've got the Walker Class 2, and yeah, these are crazy fun. I've been wanting them to have a scaling starship for so long, because it's such a waste to buy a cool tier 1, and the tier 2, 3, and 4 basically nobody buys them because they're a waste of money. The only time I ever bought a tier 1 is I did buy the tier 1 whatchamacallit, the tier 1 Enterprise, the NX-01, and we actually did play that all the way to level 40. We used our NX-01 and nothing else to level 40, Natalia and I did. And then once we got to level 40, we bought NX-01 refits. Alright, I'm gonna go back to matching my crew. And I did make one, the Black Power Ranger. Red, yellow, green, blue, black. And black works for Discovery because it's a Section 31, you know, so it works.
Captain, I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I can send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem until the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad when you're ready to go, and be careful, sir.
You use the Discovery transporters. That's cool. It's interesting to see the slight changes that still carry over. So the emitter-linked ones, they scale? Or for the walker? I didn't know if because they don't have a rating on them, they just are standard. And they don't have the infinite scaling thing on them, so that was a little interesting. That's cool. I'll hold on to mine then, because I like the way they look. At least the Discovery Orions are okay. Oh wait, they didn't mess with the Discovery Orions like they did Klingons. And that's when I got the walker on my level 67 agents yesterday tune. They became more powerful than my Mark 11 beams. Huh, interesting. I do like the Kelvin. Well, I use the Kelvin ones on my NXL1 refit because they remind me of phase cannons the most. I really wish Star Trek Online had actual true phase cannons, but it's just hard for them to do. As far as like the animations and stuff, because phase cannons fire from a fixed location, whereas the phasers on the STO, they kind of just come from anywhere on the ship. I missed the spot. There we go. And the ones on the walker, they kind of look like phase cannons by the way they fire, but they're still not the same. And the walker is supposed to have phase cannons. They're not supposed to have phaser emitters. Even though they don't pop up in the show, like they do refer to them as phase
cannons. We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. And I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please, take my crew to...
Yeah. Alright, I am tactical. So I get to do the tactical thing. Those are Klingons. I thought it was supposed to be Orions. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Orions. Why are there Klingons?
It is no surprise that the cowardly Orions cannot even handle raiding a frag.
Oh, that's right.
But their call for assistance has given us a chance for glorious combat.
Plus the Discovery characters, they're all sitting there going, when did the Klingons all start wearing toupees? Oh, I can still use my comm badges on my original uniform, just not on subsequent uniforms. Interesting. I do want to make a Mirrorverse uniform for these guys too, but see how that works out. Alright, now to fight some Klingons. Real Klingons. Actual Klingons.
Leave now.
Warning, ship is under
Oops.
Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Brott, sir. Boosting containment. We have a captain.
Of course, it makes no sense that after this ship blows up, you can now call it for reinforcements. But, you know, whatever. Captain Brott is safely
You saved
aboard.
my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can. The Azura was a transport ship, best in the quadrant. Mostly I hauled medical supplies or farming equipment, but I had room in the cargo bays for a little of everything. I have one customer who is just crazy for Tranya. I don't save the galaxy on a regular basis like you Starfleet types do, but hauling cargo is a good way to make a living. I'm helping people in my own way. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can. We have been having trouble with the warp core for a few days. I was hoping I could make it to the closest starbase, but when the containment field started to collapse, I used every bit of power we had to help stabilize it. The minute I rerouted power from the shields to the containment field, the Orions were there. For all I know, they detected I was in trouble and were waiting for the right time to pounce. You saved my crew.
The fact that they actually spent time to make the warp actually work right for Discovery ships, considering how buggy it is for everything else, is kind of funny.
Well done. You saved that crew just in time.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
All right, and that, I think, is a good time to call it. We are back here in Starbase. We've started everything out. Thanks, everybody, for watching and talking, and you have a good day.